like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day.
Happy Thursday.
Thursday to
Happy
you.
Thursday, everyone. We are here to fight with purpose. We are going to talk to Stacey Purpose Kirk herself. We are in round number 4, and I'm not going to tell you any other details other than share this video, invite your friends and family, get some tissue, because we're going on a journey tonight to fight with purpose. So, without further ado, I introduce you to our wonderful lady of the evening, Stacey Purpose Kirk. Hey, lady. So
we should have some applause.
Yep.
The sound effect.
So tonight is all about you. It's all about you and your journey, your testimony, and your fight.
That's why I got this hat on, so you can't see my eyes.
That's okay. They're gonna see all of this, all the CC. We in the fight with you. But tonight we wanted to have the opportunity to talk with you, to learn more about you, who you are, and to move forward as we go through round 4 of your journey. So for those that are watching, again, share this video, comment and let us know that you're here. If you have any questions, put them in the comments so we can get them answered and learn all about Purpose herself. So the first question that I have for you, who is Stacey Purpose Kirk? Who, for those that don't know who you are, for those that have not been in contact with you, for those that may know you but may not know you the way that who you are and what you can portray, tell us who you are.
That's such a
loaded question.
Right, because okay, so I am a mother of 2 grown kids. Well, they're not kids, they're grown. 2 grown, thriving adults. I know I look good, so watch yourself, hold your drink, because I have a 27-year-old and a 29-year-old. My son will be 30 this year. I am an only child, and I am a spoiled, rotten, brat only child that even at 47, if I say I want something, my mother will get it for me. I was married for 24 years. No, that's like, what? Yeah, girl. I listen to trap music. I listen to gospel. I listen to country. I listen to, and Cece can attest to this, Shania Twain is one of my favorite people. I will get down if Shania Twain is played.
You still twerking?
With the two
Girl, I will
steps.
twerk to Shania Twain. Okay. I love being quiet. You know, I've always been on stage or, you know, out in front of people speaking, whatever, like always. But I like my quiet time. I'm not shy. Y'all know I'm not shy, but I don't like things to be about me, which is why when Nicole said, I'm going to ask you to tell the people about you, I was like, no, you tell them. I'm never nervous on stage. I'm never anything like that. But when it comes to, like, let's say there's a surprise birthday party for me, I will be in complete shock and I probably will turn around and walk out. Like, no, thank you. I like to have fun, but I like to work. And for me, coaching and watching women grow and walking in their purpose and all of that for me is like life for me. If I'm not doing that, I'm going to go do that. I want to be doing that, and I'm figuring out how to do that. So, you know, my personal life is coach. Like I am a coach. I can't help it. Not all my life did I know that, and not all my life did I accept women. And I fought God for a really long time. It was like, no, you got to be kidding me. Who? Women? No, I don't. You know, and he just kept sending them to me, and I was like, all right. I learned to be obedient, and I've been very happy since then. But I'm just a regular old trap, gospel, country, R&B, 90s, R&B, rap, neo soul, spoken word artist, speaker, coach,
Author.
website, graphic designer. You know, I'm just one of your everyday average, so not average woman.
I was about to say, average. You named like 25 things and you still missed some.
And everything, I just got to say this because I don't brag about myself, but I'm going to say this. Everything that I do, I taught myself. I literally taught myself. If I see something that I want to do, there is nothing that will stop me from doing it. Period.
Yeah. All right. CC.
All right. So for those that don't for those that don't know, this is battle number 4 for you. So how is this journey going to be different than your prior ones?
Well, the first thing is, I guess I know what to expect. But it will be unique because it is, I am now stage 4 metastatic, meaning that I'll be dealing with this for the rest of my life. So before it was kind of like, okay, there's a thing, we need to do some things and we need to move forward and we'll be fine, you know, but now it's like, okay, now we have to learn how to live with it. So I think this journey will be different in that, you know, it's going to be like a part of my life now. It will not define who I am. It won't do any of that. It won't stop me from being everything I'm supposed to be, but it is going to be a thing, you know, in my life.
So round 4, you say round 4. When was your first diagnosis and what was that like?
Okay, so I'm probably going to skip around a little bit for people who, because this is very important. I want everybody who's on here, and make sure you're sharing this because this might help somebody today. So I was 23. At the time, you know, 23 seems young, but at the time I was married with 2 kids, so I didn't feel young, but I was young. Both of my children were, you know, small, and I had a just like a swollen neck over here, and it started to bother me. At the time, I was a medical assistant, so The doctor I was working for was like, you know what, you need to go upstairs and see my ENT doctor, blah, 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 blah. Went to him. He said I had mono, gave me some pills. Okay. Didn't go away. And it still was like, now it was starting to like bother me. It was a little warm to touch, whatever, whatever. So I went to another doctor. And I forget what that doctor said, but whatever it was, they didn't do anything, right? So it wasn't until I think I went to the fourth doctor that asked me, has anybody biopsied this before? And I'm like, biopsy? What do you mean? And it was because I kept pressing and because I kept going to the doctor that it was diagnosed as Hodgkin's lymphoma disease, which, by the way, is normally 23-year-old white males are the ones who get this disease the most frequently. So how was it for me? It was, I don't even know how it was for me because I didn't have time to process because I had to take care of my mother and my husband at the time because they lost it. Gone. They were like, I'm my mother's only child. Her and I are like this. So for her to hear her daughter had cancer, it was like at 23 was like, for her. So I think it's a blur, to be honest. It's a blur. The chemotherapy back then, thank God. I mean, that was 24 years ago. The chemotherapy back then was horrible. It was horrible. And it was, now that I remember. The only thing that really like took me out was losing my hair. I hadn't, like, you know how you hear that you're gonna lose your hair, but at 23, like a woman's hair is big deal, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was devastating. But other than that, I took everything that just like, let's get her done. What we got to do. So fight for. So this is the second time fighting breast cancer. And then I fought Hodgkin's twice.
So would you say that persistence is definitely key when you think something is wrong?
Absolutely. So that's a great question because again, last year, so in 2018 was my first fight with breast cancer. I had chemotherapy followed by radiation. With radiation, your skin does take some changes. It thickens, it does some weird things or whatever. So in 2019, they were like, I got my mammogram, everything was good. In 2020, it was bothering me. Like literally my breast was just like still red. It was swollen. It was just like, this can't be the case 2 years later, right? So I went to the doctor. She felt around. She was like, I don't feel anything. I think it's just the radiation. Go get a mammogram just to be sure. So she did her part. That was my surgeon. The radiologist did the mammogram. And I think she even did the ultrasound, but she said, you got a lot of scar tissue. This is just from radiation. Fast forward to this time, the lump is huge. It's a golf ball, right? In my breast now. That doesn't happen overnight. The signs that I had last year had to be relative to what it is right now. The thing is that this radiologist, when I went this time complaining of the same stuff, she was like, there's scar tissue there, but I can't see behind it. And she ordered an extra test which was a 3D mammogram. The 3D mammogram was able to see behind the scar tissue and see this thing because it's so far back on my chest wall that you can't feel it. You can't, none of that. So you gotta speak up. And I wasn't speaking up. I'll be honest. Last year, I should have said, no, this ain't just scar tissue. No, this is not just from radiation. I feel something is wrong with my body. But listening to doctors, because they have this power over us, and you're like, oh, okay, it's just scar tissue, and I wrote it off. This year, I was like, I ain't writing it off.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And just even hearing that, I think about, what may be a rough day for me, or what may be something I'm dealing with. But what gets you through? What are things that you do? Like, what gets you through the news, the treatment, the scans, the needles? Round 4. What gets you through?
It's probably some type of character flaw or something. I don't, I'm having this is the worst time I've had, and you guys are seeing me every day. I'm not falling apart. I'm not going crazy. I do have my moments where I'm just like, listen, I just need to be quiet for a minute. But I know there's a greater purpose for my life, and I'm not done yet. So this is just one of those things that's in my way. And that's my mind. I don't know. I'm first of all, I can't leave my mom. So God wouldn't do that to her. So I'm just like, okay. Second of all, there is a woman, if not 2, 3, 4 out there who watches me and who is going through this or will go through this. I can't be the one that falls apart, falls down, loses it, because there's somebody who needs me. So I just don't even. Girl, it's just another one of those things. I have been through divorce. I have been through mental abuse. I have been through sexual abuse, molestation. I have been through corporate Black woman syndrome. I have been through all of it. This is another one of those things that I am going through. But notice I said through, because I will go out on the other end of it. So It's a mindset, I guess. I've never thought of it any other way. I guess if I started thinking of it a different way, I would just lose my mind, right?
Yeah. And that's such a great testimony for other women dealing with this to hear.
Sure. It's very encouraging. And you touched on it a little bit already, that you have this thing, that the doctors professed over you. But at the same time, you keep it moving. What do you say to other women that could be fighting the same fight or a similar fight, to keep them in a mindset to keep it moving?
The first thing is you have to be very in touch with your purpose for being here. You have to know exactly who you are. And everybody doesn't, everybody's not there yet. You have to know that you know. Everybody's grandmama done told them, you got to know that you know that you know. And I think if you have not, here's the thing. If you have not had that mindset in your life before this, it's going to be really rough to adjust your mindset going through something as traumatic as this. But it can be done. Once you make a decision, I tell my coaches this all the time. Once you make a decision to do a thing, then it's just that's what you're going to do. Thank you. And so I would tell, let the woman that is diagnosed today, I would tell her to be who she is, feel all the feelings, because, I'm a robot to some people because I don't always feel all the feelings, but whatever you feel, however you feel it in that moment. Do not be scared of it. Do not run from it. Do not do things that you see. You can't be me. So don't try. Oh, well, Purpose don't cry. Coach don't cry when stuff happens. Don't do what I do. Do what you do and feel every feeling, every moment. Journal it. Write it down. If you have a support system, talk to your support system. If you have a support system and you don't feel like talking, tell them I don't want to talk right now. And just kind of, you're the coach of what's happening to you. Tell them, listen, now's the time to talk. Don't talk. I don't want to talk. I don't know what I want. Just keep asking me until I say I want something. You actually are taking care of yourself and your support system. And so focus on that. Focus on being there for them, so much so that you just so wrapped up into it that you forgot you got a problem, because you just being you. But feel all the feels, man. Like what I feel, I might not cry, I might not whatever, but I'm gonna go ahead and feel what I feel. And that's so important. And you know your body. Be your biggest advocate. Because these doctors will be like, yeah, I'm telling you, my last oncologist, I fired him. Because every time I went to him with something, he's like, but that only happens to 5%. I am the 5%. I am the person that if there's a thing to get, I'm going to get. So listen, you're fired. Let me find somebody else. Be your advocate. These people don't know everything. They don't know everything. Align yourself with somebody like myself who has been through it, going through it, whatever, that can talk to you about how you feel, because there's nothing worse than trying to explain to somebody who's never been through this before how you're feeling. Because first of all, I don't want to explain it. If I got to explain it, I just would rather be by myself. But be in control of what happens. You never want to get to let's say, things don't go right. Maybe it's going to the left, but you don't want to regret any moment after your diagnosis. Don't regret any moment. If you want to go take a trip, take a trip. If you want to talk to somebody or you want to rekindle a relationship, honey, do you.
Yeah.
And feel you, and don't let anybody tell you how to feel in this moment.
Yeah. You talked a lot about the support system. And this is like more of a personal question for me, and maybe it relates to CC as well. So I've seen women diagnosed with cancer. I've seen them take chemo. I've seen what it does, but I've never been hands-on with someone. And we say all the time, like, I don't know how we connected. Who knows? Whatever happened, it just kind of happened one day.
Right.
And we started as, I was a member of the group. You became my coach, and now I feel honored to call you friend. But as a friend that has never been this close to someone dealing with something of this magnitude, how do we be there for you and not get in the way? Sometimes we're fixers. We want to comfort. We need to comfort, but it's not always that what you need. And like you mentioned, you like to be quiet. So maybe today's thing is step back, just leave me alone. How do we help? How do we support being close to someone that's going through this?
Well, first of all, you both already are doing that. So just rest assured that that's already happening. But you guys are friends with a coach and like a movement. You guys are friends with a whole movement, if you understand what I'm saying. I am not easy to friend upon because I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to say I need anything. And I understand, and this is for everybody listening, because somebody might have a friend like this. It's difficult to be supportive to me, but I realize, and anybody who is on this side of it, you guys need to listen. Your friends and your family need to support you. You need to find a way for them to help you, because that is the only way that they are going to feel like they are helping you through this journey. This is not a solo journey. This is not something that anyone should do by themselves. And the moment you were diagnosed, everybody in your circle was diagnosed as well. So you need to realize that, and you need to let them love on you. I'm saying that to myself. I'm talking to myself because I have a really hard time doing that. I just want to love on everybody else. For me personally, it is the going out for drinks. It is the continuation of everything that we were doing prior to this, with the exception of when I say, hey, I just can't do it today, or I don't feel like it. It is the picking up and saying, hey, I know you're probably not feeling good today, but what do you think about what if we did X, Y, and Z, and building the community and continuing to help our coachees and doing things that we were normally doing already, maybe even stepping it up a notch more. Wine. I'll pause for a minute. Wine.
Always good.
Is always good. You know, this is a new chemo for me, you guys. I've never had oral medication for chemo before. I've always had it through IV. There are some things that they told me that I'm like, that's gonna happen to me. You know, I'm gonna have problems walking because the bottom of my feet will be raw and very sensitive. My hands, the palms of my hands, so I'm gonna have trouble, you know, typing. As much as I love being on Facebook and doing our stuff, I might not be able to write down what I'm thinking. So just like picking up where I might miss out so that I don't feel like I'm missing out, if that makes sense. The best thing that you can do for your loved ones is the continuation of life as it was prior to the diagnosis. Yeah. Nothing's changing. Girl, if my hair fall out, let's go get some hair and let's go kick it. Let's go get our nails done or whatever, so that this thing doesn't become the thing that it is. It's just like something over here that we, okay, whatever. Like, don't be like, oh my God, are you okay? Because I'm going to be like, girl, I'm gonna drink my little water.
Oh gosh, this is good stuff. This is really good stuff, and I hope that people are receiving it. But that being said, with this being number 4, how do you think that this battle, this fight, will change your life?
I think that I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to what I want. I think that I have kind of pushed aside things I want to do, places I want to go. You know, I'm very about everybody else. I'm very, what do we need to do? Blah, blah, blah. I'm here, whatever. And I'm not always, but I wanted to do this. Or, you know, I'm not like, hey, I'm going to take a week off of coaching. I would never take a week off of coaching. Even if you had to sit me up on something and prop my eyelids open, I would not do that. But I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm almost 50 years old. Forget about the cancer. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm going to do what I want to do. On Fight For, hashtag Fight For on a beach somewhere, hashtag Fight For in Paris, whatever I want to do in that moment, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to explain it to anyone. I'm done explaining. I'm done coming up with excuses or, you know, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to just have me some fun and do what I want to do.
Do what you want to do and still do the work. So speaking of the work, you are going to put together something for not only yourself, but for others that are in this journey as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I decided, remember when we first started talking, I said, I'm going that journaling and kind of documenting things for yourself was really important. And I think that having gone through it 4 times, you can't discount the fact that I got a little experience to share. I got a couple tips and tricks, and I'm going to put that all together and create the pink journal. So when I went through breast cancer, I like to tell this story. Hopefully it doesn't caused me to go into some type of emotional situation. But anyway, my first bout with breast cancer was in 2018. I was working at a place, and one of my employees, this was maybe her third time. She was already in metastatic. I didn't know that. I just knew she had cancer. And she was like, you know, somebody, when you hug them, you just get all this, you just get everything when you hug them. She would just hug on me or whatever. She would tell her husband, I got to go take Stacy, blah, 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 blah. And she would go and she would come deliver it to my house. She'd make her husband drive over here. She told me what to take for nausea. She just like, my first day of chemo, she gave me this pink bag and it had all these goodies in it because you're sitting there for like, I don't know, 3 hours or whatever. So you're bored or whatever. So she brought me like little coloring books and all types of stuff. It spread to her brain and she kept coming to work. Now we all loved her, and we were both going through this at the same time. Mind you, she going through it. I'm just kind of, going through it. But she took care of me. Every day I would come in, there would be some little something on my desk, some word of encouragement or whatever. But she was at the front desk, and she was messing up at the front desk, y'all, because it has spread to her brain. Now, how do you say anything negative to somebody who's coming to work no matter what, right? But anyway, her name was Pat, and we used to call her Patty Cakes. And so I wanted to start, and I'm going to restart something for women going through breast cancer called Pink Patty Cakes. And so the Pink Journal is my spring forth to really get that going. And I want people to purchase it who are either going through it and or have a loved one going through it, because you gotta try to understand the mindset of somebody going through this. So that's coming out soon. I don't have a date. Don't try me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Have just a coaching moment here. And that was my next question. When can the people expect it? But for those of you that are watching, and for those of you that know Coach Purpose, you know it will not be long. You might wake up tomorrow and you might see a post that says it's ready. So that's great. I think the Pink Journal will definitely be something for the women going through, and maybe even for the people that are going to help on the sidelines as well. But it looks like we got some comments. You want to take a look at some comments and answer? I think I see a couple.
Let's see. A couple of these you guys already asked me. Tiffany says, how do you remain strong when you don't feel strong? You don't really give yourself, I don't give myself a choice. But here's the thing. Strong does not mean that you don't have moments. Strong does not mean that you should not lean. This is a lesson. I'm talking to myself yet again. Strong does not mean that you shouldn't lean on somebody else. It doesn't mean that you don't ask for help. It doesn't mean that every once in a while you don't take that cape off from being Superwoman and give it to somebody else to get it clean. It means knowing when you need to have help, knowing when you're feeling vulnerable and you just want to talk to somebody or lean on somebody. So strength, I think, has been mistaken for being made of steel or something. Strength is not just being able to endure something, but being able to realize when it's time to ask for help. So I think that's the biggest part, is if you don't feel strong, make sure your circle is comprised of strong women as well. That's that post, check on your strong friends, because sometimes we need a little something too. And we need to know it's okay to lean on one another.
Yeah. That's good.
What words of encouragement would you give to women who are going through? I think I kind of did that already. And I will say, if you want to talk, I'm not a talker, but you can jump in my inbox. Everybody knows Stacy Purpose Kirk, jump in my inbox. And if you know someone who is going through this, look for my Facebook group. I will at some point maybe put it up so you guys can see what it is and join it, because it is a place for people to just talk to people who know. But there's a place called the Gathering Place in Beechwood. It's an amazing place. It's like one of those places that you go in and your whole body just kind of relaxes. It's for cancer patients. It's for patients who are in remission. It's for the families of people. They have yoga. They have Tai Chi. They have line dancing, I think sometimes, but different things for you to keep your body moving and different classes that you can take. And it's just a place where they got a garden out there that you could just walk through. That's just amazing. And you wouldn't even know it's out there, but it's called the Gathering Place. Look them up. If you're going through this, it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful resource. They have resources for people who are going through this as well. So I would say get involved and find some people who are like you as well, because that's just a good thing to do. This person says, I love you, coach. I'm in the fight with you. And my dad, who is surviving cancer, has said he's rooting for you also. Thank you. Oh, see?
That tribe, that tribe, that tribe.
Now, why are we here anyway? Are we here to just talk about me the whole time?
It's all about you. I know I said that. So this fight, you already mentioned this fight means something a little different. And something that all people always ask, how can I help? How can I support you? And what can I do? And we are so glad that you asked. So what Inspirations of Love and C Posh Design has done is we've worked with each other, we've worked with Coach, and we're going to have a fundraiser for Coach that you can support. You can purchase items, and you can walk the streets and campaign with your items to let everybody know that you're fighting with purpose. We're going to show you those items today, and then we're going to tell you where you can go get them. We talked about it on the pink table a couple weeks ago, and it's ready, it's here. That's what tonight is all about. We have t-shirts, cups, glasses, and journals, the things that you already love, and now you're going to be able to be in the fight. So, Cece, I'll let you go first with sharing the items that you have, and I'll share the items that I have, and then we'll share with you where you can get them from, and last words from Our Lady of the Night.
Yay! So, there are going to be 2 different shirts available, and the first one is our vinyl design. It says, we fight with purpose. Okay. This shirt will be available in V-neck or crew neck, in black or white. So we can get the guys to support too. Yes, the guys can wear a pink ribbon in support of our purpose. All right. So again, we fight with purpose. Available on the vinyl with crew neck or V-neck, black or white, up to a size 3X. These shirts are $20. Okay. We also have, y'all know I love my bling, right? So we have a blinged out version. Oh, can y'all see that? Okay. I wear pink for someone special. And this shirt will be in white only, V-neck only. This shirt is $30. So the bling is $30. I wear pink for someone special. That someone special right there.
Oops.
All right. So again, V-neck only, white only, up to 3X. And then last but not least for me, we have tumblers that match the shirts. We fight with purpose. It's a 16-ounce tumbler. And these are $12. Nicole.
Y'all ready? We ain't even done yet. So we also have a stimulus glass that says fight with purpose. And there's a pink ribbon on there. I'm not sure if you can see it in the background with the lighting. but fight with purpose. So you can sip in style in the fight with a a stemless glass or a tumbler cup. What better way to do it? And you're supporting our very own. But that's not all.
How much is that glass?
Oh, I am so sorry. This glass is $13. Fight with purpose. So you can sip in your tumbler by day and sip out of your glass by night. We would not have a fundraiser without a journal. So we have the Fight with Purpose, see the hat? Journal that can be personalized with your name. And there's 60 sheets of double-sided lined paper, personalized with your name as a reminder that you're fighting with purpose. And you can write in style while you sipping in style, while you're wearing your shirt in style, all for a wonderful cause. The journals are $15. Personalized just for you. And there's a note from Purpose. Now, I can't tell you what it says because you got to get a journal to read it. So all of these wonderful items are available on inspirationsoflove.org. When you go to the link, you will see her beautiful face. Click her face and you'll see all the products that are available for you to purchase.
And I did put the link up for you guys in the comments.
So click the link, you order, we'll be in touch. We'll get your order to you. We appreciate it. I know Coach appreciates it. There's so many expenses that come with, dealing with illnesses, dealing with cancer, and insurances just don't cover everything. There's things that you need, and you have to have these things. And we want to just join the fight. We want to be her tribe. We want to love on her. And you have the opportunity as well. So, Darlene we got a couple of questions. Tiffany is asking if there is a bundle available to get everything. We can follow up with you, Tiffany. We actually had not thought that far, but we definitely can come up with something if you want to get everything so we can share that information with all of you. Darlene is asking, is there an order form we can take around for orders? We don't have an order form. We actually would love if everything can go through the website. So if you share this video, share on your Facebook pages what's going on. We have a video. We'll have another video just sharing more additional information. But if routing everyone to the website will be the best option. We got a lot of hands that's working on this, and this will be the best way for us to keep up with everyone's orders, be able to reach them if we need them, and just kind of, be able to stay in touch. So if you want to take orders and gather all the monies and go to the website and order, you are more than welcome to do so. But those are all the products we have. They are live on the website. If you want to just hop over, take a closer look, click the link to add to cart, and be supportive as we fight with purpose, fight for.
Man, and just want to kind of add on to that all of the proceeds, Nicole and I are not doing this to make money. The proceeds are going to Coach. And we want to make sure that you all know that. All the proceeds for everything that we've shown you tonight is going to Coach. I also want to remind you that Coach did put up a Facebook fundraiser that you can donate to directly. So if by chance any of the items didn't, or if you don't want to purchase any of the items, please, by all means, go to that Facebook page, the fundraiser page, and I'm sure that will be posted as well to donate.
Absolutely.
And if you know anybody that's in the fight, purchase something for them. Tell them why they have it. and have them follow her on Facebook. Get in her inbox, y'all. She's very open. She'll answer your questions. If she a little slow to respond, give her a little grace.
Please.
But sometimes you want to hear from somebody who went through it, or sometimes some things you don't want to tell your family, even though they're being supportive, but know that you do not have to fight alone. And that's what we wanted to come and share with you guys tonight. Fight with purpose.
Well, I'd like to just say a few words if you ladies don't mind. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. Real quick, I just want to just let everybody know who tuned in tonight that I appreciate you. The fundraiser that was put up earlier today is already just booming. And I want you to know that it's not just something for me to just grab some money or whatever. I literally, the cost that's associated with going through something like that is really great. And so for instance, I'll just tell you, every 28 days, I have to refill my chemo drugs, right? That in itself is $120 every 28 days. There's also other drugs that you have to take to stop you from having side effects from the other drugs that have copays as well. That is not even taken into account the way I have to eat now, the special creams and stuff I have to buy, because I was telling you guys about my hands and feet. There's certain creams I have to buy to at least be able to stand up and walk. And just certain equipment items that I need in my house. So this is not something, and if anybody who's going through this tells you that they need help, literally, they really do need help. This is not something that is easy. And unfortunately, Big Pharma makes money off of us big time. I don't feel, and I'm going to start looking into this as well, but I don't feel like people who are going through the fight of their lives, needing life-saving medication, should have to pay out of their pocket. That's just ridiculous to me. There are different programs, but you have to go through red tape and all types of things just to get the program. I actually had gone through a little issue myself with my medication being on hold for a while because of lack of insurance coverage and all this old craziness. So that is what I am using it for. I'm not going to take a cruise. If I take a cruise, it won't be with y'all's money. Okay. But I appreciate every single thing that each one of you guys are doing, whether you give on the fundraiser on Facebook, whether you purchase from these ladies on the website. Your help is greatly appreciated, and it means more to me than you will ever know. This is a chronic disease, meaning that I'm going to be doing this forever. For the rest of my time here, I will be fighting this. So to know that you guys are in support and in this fight with me means more than you know. So look out for more from us, because this is going to be bigger than me. We're going to do fundraisers and do things like this for other folks too, because everybody needs some help. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the pink table more than you will ever know. Let's Win Sis community. You guys rock like big rock. Like y'all go hard for each other. And I am watching my vision come to life because of you guys. So I just want to thank y'all for joining us. Go order the stuff. I put it in the comments. It'll be linked up on all of our pages. It'll be linked up in our community group. And I can't wait to love on y'all for loving on me. All right. Peace. Love y'all.
Peace.